Hi, I'm Zan and welcome to my channel. You've probably seen the headlines. Locals in Barcelona, Venice, and Hawaii saying, "Tourists go home." It feels harsh, confusing and maybe even a little personal. But it's not about hating visitors. It's about what happens when travel grows faster than a city can handle. Today, we're diving into what's really behind these protests, how it impacts locals, and most importantly, how you can still travel the world, respectfully, responsibly, and without stress. Let's get into it. Why are people protesting? The main issue is something called overtourism. That's when more people visit than a place can sustainably handle. But there are lots of reasons why residents are upset. First of all, housing affordability in Barcelona and Lisbon. So many homes became vacation rentals that the locals can't afford to rent. And communities are being pushed out of their own neighborhoods. There's also a strain on infrastructure. Venice has only 50,000 residents, but 30 million tourists a year. Imagine the impact that has. Everything from trash pickup to getting around the city, and even grocery shopping becomes a daily struggle. Then there is the environmental damage. In Hawaii, water supplies are stretched thin, while hotels use massive amounts. In Thailand, you'll find some beaches closed in order to let coral reefs recover from too much sunscreen in the environment and damage from boats. Loss of cultural identity. When shops turn into souvenir stalls, or festivals are staged for photos, locals feel their culture is being hollowed out. For example, in Bali, some religious ceremonies are now scheduled or shortened to fit tour group itineraries. What was once sacred becomes a show, which can water down the cultural meaning for locals. Or in places like Barcelona or Dubrovnik, local businesses increasingly cater to English-speaking tourists, sometimes at the expense of local language use. Street signs, menus, and even daily greetings shift toward what visitors expect, but it's slowly erasing the everyday practice of the native language and customs. It's about a slow erosion of identity, where locals feel their city is turning into a stage set for visitors, rather than a living, breathing culture. Next is bad behavior. Imagine climbing on ancient ruins or monuments for selfies. Or wearing inappropriate clothing in religious sites, despite guidance that tells you what's not allowed. What about loud parties and boozy nights on residential streets in cities like Amsterdam? To locals, it feels like their home is being disrespected. Nobody likes that. So, it's not that people hate tourists. They're angry at the system of mass tourism and careless travelers, who don't respect their home. So, what does this mean for travelers? The good news is, travelers can make a positive difference. I wanted to share some things that you can do to make the experience of seeing the world better for everyone. First off, try to travel off-season. Try Paris in October, or Rome in March. It's still beautiful, but with fewer crowds and lower prices. Locals prefer the balance that shoulder season brings. Next, choose accommodations intentionally. Remember, hotels and licensed guesthouses pay taxes and create jobs, while whole apartment rentals often push out locals and raise rents. And if you book an Airbnb, choose a hosted room if you can, and never rent from unlicensed hosts. Respect local customs. Do a little research before your trip. Discovering local customs early can make for a better experience. For example, in Japan, everyone speaks quietly on trains and locals carry their trash home for proper disposal, so you won't see a bunch of trash cans on the streets. In Spain, expect much later dinners. Coupled with its nationwide policy for taking a siesta in the mid-afternoon, a 10 p.m. dinner is the norm. Having this type of information early not only prepares you for the differences, but these small efforts also show you value the culture. Also, learning the basics of the local language can make a huge difference. You don't need to be fluent, nobody expects that. But starting simple conversations, and using words like please and thank you in the local language, often goes a surprisingly long way in how you're treated. Support local businesses. This is a big one. Skip the chain coffee shop, you can get that at home. Spend your money at family-owned restaurants and shop at local markets. Your money strengthens the community directly. It's usually a more unique experience and shows you care about the locals. Be mindful of your footprint. Use a reusable water bottle to cut down on plastics. Bring some reef-safe sunscreen with you. Travel on public transportation whenever possible, or choose sustainable tours. These small choices protect the environment. Travel with humility. Think of yourself as a guest in someone's home. Treat people in your surroundings the way you would want them to treat you if they were visiting your country. That mindset alone makes you a more respectful traveler. Small gestures can transform your travel experience and locals' perception of tourists overall. I've got some suggestions for alternative destinations coming up, but now it's time for a quick commercial break. If you like seeing videos like this, please support my channel. It only takes a moment to hit like and subscribe. And we'd love you to join our travel-obsessed family. Thanks. Alright, now back to business. Who wants some alternative destinations? So we've talked about a lot today, but some locations are still battling serious amounts of over-tourism and protests. Want to avoid it altogether? Do you want the magic without all the stress? Try these swaps and discover there is beauty everywhere in the world. Instead of Venice, check out Ljubljana, Slovenia. It has charming canals and historic streets, without cruise ship crowds. Skip Barcelona this time and go to Valencia or Seville. Valencia has delicious paella, beautiful beaches, and futuristic architecture. Seville offers flamenco dancers, one-of-a-kind palaces, and culture, at a slower pace. Santorini is beautiful, but Greece has lots of incredible islands. Try Naxos or Milos for equally stunning sunsets in whitewashed villages. But without 10,000 visitors arriving at once. Love Hawaii? Check out Puerto Rico or the Azores. Puerto Rico boasts Caribbean beaches, rainforest hikes, and no passport needed for Americans. The Azores has dramatic volcanic landscapes, incredible hot springs, and whale watching, without the crowds. Instead of Amsterdam, go to Ghent, Belgium. Or Utrecht, in the Netherlands. Both have charming canals, bike culture, and lively art scenes. Utrecht honestly feels like Amsterdam did 20 years ago, authentic and local. Extra tips for hotspots. If you do go to a crowded destination, here's how to help ease the stress. Book timed entry tickets to major sites. This helps spread out the crowds. Stay in less touristy neighborhoods, and ride public transit into the city center. Check the local news before your trip. If protests are happening, try to avoid those areas. Travel should be about exploration and connection, not consumption. When we respect the places we visit, we help keep them vibrant for generations to come. So, next time you plan a trip, think not only about what you'll take, but also about what you'll leave behind: respect, appreciation, and goodwill. This is Zan's Pink Passport, making the world more colorful, one trip at a time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with your fellow travelers. Thanks for watching.